When I do investigations, more often than not, I do solo runs. I'll go to a spot and then I'll roam around by myself. I'll have friends there, my peers, fellow investigators there, but I tend to roam around by myself. And this is not something that I just up and decided to do one day. This is something that has been sort of an evolution of my process. When you encounter and you deal with the paranormal, a one-on-one approach is always more favorable than a group. This is just my opinion. Everything in this video has been my opinion. But when a one-on-one relationship, you have a more connected identity with whatever it is you're talking to. When you start to introduce more than one party, you start to dilute the process. I fully believe that when you communicate with these things, you are using ESP. You are using extrasensory perception to work into the relationship with any unseen that you are working with. People do seances. That works great. We're going to touch on that. I'm going to read out the book. But when you are walking around, this is an ESP-driven thing. You're using different forms of ESP to communicate. You're either using mind speak almost. You're using telepathy, same as mind speak. You're using, what's the term I'm looking for? Empathic relationships. You're making that direct connection. Now, all of us aren't mediums. That's, we all have the ability. We all can refine that. But the direct one-on-one connection that you're having with these things is there, and it makes a difference between the EVP you collect, which when you hold a digital recorder, it becomes an extension of your own psi field. Your psychokinetic energy, which I think we all have to some extent, I think is used heavily in communication with spirit. From our energetic fields, our magnetic fields, our auras, things like that. When you press out and you communicate with spirit, you extend it outward. And then at some point, the connection is made. That's why a lot of Catholics and religious folks say when you go out there and you speak with things and you speak directly to them, you give them license. You give them license to you. You give them license to come into your energetic field and make a relationship and a connection. And sometimes that can lead to things like obsession, possession, and hitchhikers. Anyway, this one-on-one relationship is very important, which is why I investigate alone. And I'll show you. I don't really think I need to show you. I think you get it. But I'm going to draw the best stick figures you've ever seen. This is your original relationship. It's one-on-one. Everything is private. Everything becomes a direct interaction with spirit. There is no diluting your feelings. There's no diluting what you interpret. There's no diluting if what you're interacting with is real. There's no saying, well, I'm just nervous or I'm scared. It becomes just you. You lay everything on the line when you communicate with things that way. There it is. Imagine that little bit around you being sort of your auric field or your energetic field or your, what do you call those things? Who knows? So you have this relationship right here with spirit when you interact one-on-one. Let's say you start to add other people. Another person comes. This is backwards. I'm sorry. I'll figure. I'll get it reversed. Another person comes, and what you end up having is an unbalanced equation, so to speak. A spirit becomes diluted. Now, not only are they interacting with you, I need like a big black marker to do this. Usually I do it over my computer. Now they're interacting with both of you. And you have to realize that these spirits only have so much energy. They're not just a wellspring of energy. And which is why a lot of people say, well, take from our energy. Use my energy to communicate. Me, I say, use your surrounding energy. You better use the damn bricks around you and the floor beneath you. I ain't the one. But they'll get exhausted. And before you know it, picture's gonna get a little crazy. You've got a spirit here, and you've got 4 you, and you operate this whole group over here. Let me get my highlighter. This whole group over here operates as a damn bubble. This is synergy. This is all you. And this is the spirit. This is the unseen. It is overwhelming. Now, again, you guys can say for days, well, they can take energy. They can use your energy. But you have 4 different individuals feeling 4 different ways in sort of a group mind concept, protecting each other from this one or 2 or 3, whatever, interaction. And not only that, you know, you're probably using some kind of equipment. Now, that equipment has to also interact with that spirit. And yes, this is a big bubble of energy coming off of you, and you have this one spirit here. But look, the energy that you can use and the energy that is produced by you and a group of people is not always the right fuel. This thing may run off of diesel, and you guys are giving it like economy 95 or something, or this thing may need electricity, and all you can do is give it gas. When you have a one-on-one interaction with spirit, things are able to process better. Will they always process better? I can't say. But from my experience, I've gotten more voices. I've gotten clearer EVPs. I've gotten more physical contact. I've felt them around me more than I ever have. They're there. That was definitely a man's voice just now. That was definitely a man's voice just now. And to go into any site with a conglomerate of people is just doing a disservice. And besides, how often does paranormal activity happen in any site? Now let's remove these pay-to-play spaces. Pay-to-play spaces. Think about a home. A lot of times it's just a one-on-one interaction with an individual. Your mom saw something. Your dad saw something. Eventually, no one believed you because it never happened to them, and then suddenly one day it happened to them and they believed you. Those are one-on-one relationships with spirit. And this is why I do it, because I came back from investigations and I said, what did we accomplish? What did we accomplish in a group? Vulnerability, I can't even pronounce the word. Become vulnerable. Because it lets them know that this is our relationship. You feel it. You can tell what's going on. You have to start to identify with yourself. Like, am I really scared? And eventually what I've been able to develop, and you'll hear me say it on some of the videos, I know when I'm psyching myself out. And I also know when something is there with me. Someone runs up behind me. Small energy. And they run up right behind me. Door's shut here. Sorry, I had the recorder pointed down. Little shadows. There's energies. What was that? There's energies peering around the corner. One-on-one interaction. Okay? Look how many things are removed. One-on-one interaction. One-on-one interaction with the unseen, a spirit. One-on-one interaction with the sight. Bring people with you. But make sure you go and you roam by yourself. Fear, man, you're going to be scared. You're going to be nervous. This shit is nerve-wracking. But as a wise man told me once, when you enter a site and you know that you are there to speak to the unseen, they know what you feel. They know what you're thinking. They know fear. They know happiness. They are around you. Sometimes they knew you were coming, but they are watching you. So you must go into that site with your head held high and understand that you are protected. Understand that you are fine. And have a command of the space. Be respectful, but understand what you're messing with. One-on-one investigations they work. They work. You should give it a shot. Again, for Randolph County Infirmary, I'm going to be releasing a few videos. There'll be about 4 videos that you'll see. And in those videos, I'll try and do a brief explanation for all of them. So bear with me. If you have anything you want me to review out of here, let me know. I've also got some other pretty cool ones too. So thank you.